Welcome everyone to another trade breakdown. So today we are going to be doing a trade breakdown on Usdjpy, how we're able to catch over 250 pips on one single setup. This setup was intended to be a swing setup which we held for 2 days, basically 24 hours because it was not a full day. So I'm just going to be giving you a full breakdown how we're able to catch this trade, my exit criteria and my entry and my exit criteria, right? So if you check the Telegram community where I share the setup, you can see this was where I share the setup just to show you if you're interested in educational content, you're interested in free signals. This is where I share my free signals. You can see we've been killing it back to back this week, right? So just want to show you where I share the trade. So this was a GBP trade which I called first, and I told the community that you can close GBP I didn't like the way it was playing out. Yeah, we didn't close in a loss, we closed in some profit, but I asked them to close because I didn't like how it was playing out. So I now say I'll be giving another setup soon, which I ended up sending a trade on USD So I said USD sell swing trade, right? So this was our entry point and this was our exit points, right? So that was the trade, and the trade started playing out. We were over. I also sent the trade as alongside as sending a gold trade. Gold trade was just a day trade which I was expecting to wait to hit our target on that day, right? So on gold we were able to catch over 180 pips on gold, and USDJPY on that same evening gave us over 120 pips. So you can see gold was USDJPY, and I said it's almost there. It was heading to our TP, and gold we had over 180 pips. So you see many people got the move, and I also shared to them how they can also do risk management, which is very important, how to manage money as well in terms of what loss size to take. So make sure you join this channel because it's going to help you a lot. So this is a YouTube video which I do my weekly analysis, and I also share them here. You can check my previous video. You're going to see the move happening on gold. I called it perfectly, which you can watch and see how perfectly it is playing out, right? So yeah, and this was USDJPY. It went to our TP straight to the point. I said USDJPY close USDJPY, right? And I said I'm going to be dropping a video, which is what I'm doing right now, keeping to my promise, so I can see skill set. Immediately as we close, price started reversing. So let's go straight into the video and see how we were able to catch the move right now. Back to the video. So since it was a swing trade which I was expecting, so I started from the daily time frame, and which was where I had to mark all my key levels, right? So looking at USDJPY for some time now, we've been moving all the way to the upside. It's been quite strong, and just something I want to bring to your attention, this move was mostly backed by fundamentals, right? I had to apply some technical knowledge you need, but I also had to look at the fundamental side of it, which was the fundamentals here is not on the dollar, but it's on the Japanese yen, right? The yen was weak for some time, but now they've started regaining some strength, and that is because of their interest rate policy, right? You can read more on that, right? So this was what happened. So if you look at if you look at USDJPY on the daily time frame, what you're going to notice is that on the daily time frame, you see that okay, we'll be moving and we would face a resistance here where we have a double top here, and the price started rejecting to the downside, right? Now when price started rejecting, I had this support where with this support zone where we got that this resistance that got broken, and I was expecting price not to retest here and then expecting to get some buys here, right? When price retested here, that's where your understanding of what candlesticks should come in, right? You need proper understanding of candlesticks. When price got here, I saw the first rejection, third rejection. Okay, when I started seeing this bullish candle here, I was expecting to wanted a full body closure. I wanted the bullish candle to close with a full body for me to actually okay know that price is reversing back to the upside, but we didn't get that. So I was looking at this trend line as well. So we had first touch, second touch, and then third touch. So that was a combination of trend line and a zone I was also looking at, right? Now it happened that we had a breakout of this. I had already marked out my level. In terms of how do you mark out your level, which is the second point, when you're marking out your level, make sure you are looking at point where you have most the most touches, right? So you see I have this touch, has this touch, have this touch. If you look at the top here, you see how many times price has rejected on this particular zone. Now my target here as well, you see I was also looking at what, how many times price has rejected on this zone. That is how you mark what your support and resistance zone. Look at how the level where price has touched what the most times, right? Very important, pay attention to that. Now back to the trade, right? Now when price broke out of this trend line, waiting for price to actually retest. So that was a simple breakout and retest, right? Very simple setup for anyone that wants to start trading, and it's a very simple strategy. Breakout, retest, wait for confirmations, and you go in. So it was even a simple move someone would have caught on the daily time frame. After seeing this breakout, retest, and then this bearish candle will go in. But I missed this move, right? So that is that. So now I went now on my 4-hour time frame. So this is a full top-down analysis I'm doing. On the 4-hour time frame, what do I see? So on our 4-hour time frame, we see that okay, we had breakout, price we did the retest, and if you pull your Fibonacci to measure the retracement, why do you use Fibonacci? Fibonacci helps us to measure what a retracement after a certain movement zone, after a certain price movement to a certain direction, right? So when price moves to a direction, we use Fibonacci to measure the retracement at what percentage price is going to retrace before continuing its original move. So if you're measuring here, the key zones are used at the 50%, 61 and 71.9, right? And price acted on these key zones before started rejecting to the outside, but I missed that move, so that is set and done, right? So looking into this move, I was expecting price after this rejection for price to come here, right? So I'm going to get my next trade on this zone. So if it rejects, I'll go for a buy, because overall we're in an uptrend, right? So you also have to make sure you are following what the trend, right? So after seeing price started playing, giving us this bearish formation, right? And what I was expecting, okay, if price breaks out of this particular zone, right? And if it breaks out and gives me what, so let me zoom in for you to see clearly. If it breaks out and gives me a full body candlestick close, right? Pay attention to the word candle. The body of the candle should close below. So we see we have the body of this candle closing below. If it was the wick that closed below, I wouldn't have taken this trade, right? Pay attention to that. Make sure you look at what the wicks and the body, right? So you always want to make sure the body of the candle, that's what you're paying attention to. Let it close below your support zone if you want to look for a breakout, or if you want to get a buy, let it reject, and then you know that okay, the zone is being respected. So there was a breakout here, and once I saw this breakout on my 4-hour time frame, I quickly jumped to my 1-hour time frame to start looking for how I'm going to be getting my entries on the 1-hour time frame. Now I'm expecting price to give me that reaction back to the upside. So when price rejected now, so breakout retest, similar pattern that happened on the daily time frame above here, right? So we had one, the breakout and the retest. Now go to my 30 minutes time frame. Now this is where I executed the trade because I wanted to minimize the stop loss, right? So immediately as price started rejecting back there, and now I saw this bearish candle, I called the trade. That was when I called the trade and get into USDJPY. Then our stop loss was safely above this zone here. So price didn't even get close to our stop loss. So price started rejecting again, rejecting the B. Then we started seeing our price started moving into our direction. So we moved all the way and price came to our TP. Remember, the TP zone we're having here was a level I had seen on the daily time frame, right? So the key takeaway is that look for your zones on the higher time frame, then scale down to the lower time frame to get your entries, right? So your entry and exit zones will be on the higher time frame. Come to the lower time frame, get your entries, minimize your risks, and then you just wait for the trade to play out. And that is when I told them close USDJPY, right? So you can see that I said close USD. This is it here, close USDJPY, because the trade is done, right? I already saw signs of what rejection, and when I say close and it's cycle, this is price moving back to the upside, right? So I hope you enjoy this video. This brings us to the end of our video. Hope you enjoy this video. If you enjoy it, feel free to comment what you learned from the video, and if you want me to share more educative content like this, also make sure you comment which pair you want me to analyze and focus on USDJPY, GBP, gold, Nasdaq, and real estate, right? Feel free to subscribe, share this video to your friends, and also make sure you like, right? I'm going to see you in the next video. Peace out.